that?
Why did you bring us here?
Oh, no, guys, I brought you to a friend's house who is a blacksmith. He is going to help us prepare for the zombie apocalypse. It's going to be amazing.
We need to think about how you define friends, Dante.
I don't want to go in here. There's a lot of
this is sounding scary.
No, I met him on a website that,
Okay.
No, it's not like one of those. No.
Yeah, sure.
No, this is like a survivalist website. Look, this is totally
even
legit,
better.
dude.
Yeah, great.
Absolutely.
No, he-
100% sane people on those websites.
Of course he's sane. He wears a kilt all the time. Only cool hardcore guys wear kilts. I'm wearing a kilt right now.
Okay. Well, we're here now, so let's do this. This is gonna be. Okay, we're gonna make the best. Some lemonade. Let's do this.
Yeah, we're gonna make the best of a best situation. Thank you very much, Terry. Let's go. Hey everybody, this is Terry and Snark and Dante with our new friend Dalton. Dalton, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do here?
Oh yeah, I grow handlebar mustaches.
Whoa, well that,
I'm a fan of that.
In addition to that, you do what?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you do
right,
something
yes.
else too, right?
No, I do a little bit of blacksmithing.
Oh yeah, so now people may be saying,
what the hammer is for?
Oh no,
may
this
be-
is for you.
no, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Snark was somewhat hesitant to come here today.
He should not have a hammer.
Yeah, really.
Oh.
Yeah, Snark was somewhat hesitant to come here today because he said he didn't know exactly what a blacksmith would be able to help us with during the zombie apocalypse. And I was like, all kinds of stuff. Dalton, tell us a little bit about how you can help us survive the zombie apocalypse.
Well, right off the bat, you guess what every blacksmith has? You've already seen it. Hammers.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the best deal to have in a zombie apocalypse because you don't need something sharp, you just need something heavy that'll hit someone in the head. Really hurts, really works well. And
Cool.
guess what? Those hammers make even more things. I will say it's great because if you need more knives, you can make them. If you need an axe, you can make them. If you need a shield, you can make it. You can do just about anything. Shoot, if you need a fork because you want to have breakfast in the morning before the zombies get there, probably want to build one.
So Terry's been interested in getting some size. They're like giant forks. You can make those, right?
Yeah.
Do you have experience with ninja weapons too?
No, because I could never find one. They always seem to be very good about hiding things. I never understood why.
Oh, hey, those classes
Those are
must
some
be
good
paying off.
ninjas.
Yeah. I've got some toy ones that I bought for Terry from Target. Could I maybe use those as maybe like a template or something?
Oh yeah, you could use them. All you need to do is draw something out, and then essentially you heat up the metal and you hit it until it's in the right shape.
Oh, that sounds pretty easy. Yeah. Can you tell us about that process, please?
Oh yeah, so essentially any type of metal, you heat it up and it becomes pliable, just like if you were working with Play-Doh or something like that. As you work on it, it gets hotter and you put more stress in it by hitting it with a hammer. You use different types of hammers, big ones all the way down to small ones, until you get it in just the right shape and size you want. Then you can always take it to something with like sandpaper and get it down even further and get it to just what you want it until you heat it up and make sure that it's all going to stay straight and finished.
Cool. So can you tell us where did you learn this amazing craft?
Well, a lot of it is online. But I got lucky enough to pick it up from a few friends down south of where I live, who one of them was my father, did a really good job of it, used to shoe horses back when I was a kid. And then he picked up a lot of the actual blacksmithing from a friend of ours by the name of Shaun. And he knows his stuff, really good at it. He's built a lot of weapons over the years, and he's 80 years old. I once watched him make a knife from a cold forge all the way to completely finished in under 3 hours.
Wow,
That guy
that's
is
pretty
a
impressive.
beast.
Yeah.
And it wasn't one of
I
these...
was swinging a hammer at 80. That would be awesome.
He wishes he wasn't. He's got a bad shoulder.
Oh no.
So is blacksmithing hard? Is that hard on your body?
Oh, very much so. But as long as you take a lot of time and do endurance training and keep yourself up as far as cardio and in shape, as you can see I am, that way you'll be able to do it longer and work farther and do more with it.
So be hard on your body, but be harder on the zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sure.
I can work with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think I have a new slogan.
So Dalton, can you tell us a little bit about how you go about the process of making something? Like, what are you gonna make today?
Oh, well, today I was going to work on a throwing knife. I was actually going to go on ahead and start a couple of them. And what I was going to do is just take a couple of railroad spikes, heat those up, and hit them flat. And then eventually, they're going to look like a knife.
Oh, man!
That's so exciting. We get to have throwing knives.
Yeah, and then can you show us how to throw them afterwards?
Well, I can show you, but that doesn't mean you'll learn it well.
Well, I'm sure
That's fair.
we're fast learners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Well, let's get to it.
You definitely want to get those knives extremely hot. Where a lot of blacksmiths will have issue is they'll wait till it gets down and cool off, and they'll keep working on it after it's cooled, and then you're just wasting time and energy. You're hitting something that isn't moving nearly enough. If you get it up to that heat where you can really see it glowing that orangish color, you can really start moving that metal around.
How long do you have to work it once it's out?
Oh, it depends on a lot of things, especially the temperature outside. I once worked last year when it was about 25 degrees outside in an outdoor forge, and I would have maybe about 20 seconds before I'd have to put it back in the forge, because all that heat would get sucked down into the anvil, sucked up into the hammer, sucked into the outside air. But on a normal day, I can generally work for about, I'd say, a good 30, 45 seconds before it starts really going. So when you're working with something like this, where you're trying to get the blade actually extended out, what you want to be using is a type of hammer that has a rounded edge, or something that forces the metal out away from it. If you're just hitting it with a flat edge, it's going to compress it a lot. A lot of people don't think about the fact that there is actually free space in between the molecules in metal. So as you hit it, it is actually going to compress and become smaller.
Is it called a peening hammer? Is that the term?
Shut up, Snark!
Actually, yes. No, he's not wrong.
Oh.
Why would you
See,
tell
I
him to
know
shut up?
things.
I thought you were just being offensive.
It is being. It's a funny word, okay, man. Peen is funny.
Oh, it is also a very funny word.
Yeah, it's a good word. I like it.
And back to what I was talking about, where you have those people who are cutting up and just having those flat pieces of metal. You'll see me here. I'm actually making the shape from this flat piece and using my hammer to work the edge and set in a bevel. The more metal that you have to take off with a grinder or a belt sander, the more time you're spending and the more you're wearing out your tools. You want to get as much of it set up with a hammer as you can, because that's not going to wear you out, that's not going to do as much, and you can still do just about as much. It helps you practice your hammer work so you don't get these big heavy divots like you can see in this blade a little bit.
So now what do you use to grind your blade?
Oh, I have a tabletop belt grinder, and it works really well. I can run it anywhere from a 36 grit belt all the way down to a 220 or even a buffing wheel. And essentially you just start heavy and you grind a lot off, and then you slowly work your way down until you're getting a nice clean edge and a nice polish on that blade. And I've made anything from kitchen knives to throwing knives with these as well.
Hey, so can we throw some of them knives now?
I don't know, can you?
How did you shut up, Snark? Dalton, I was talking to you. Can we throw some?
I don't know, can you?
Shut up, Snark!
I don't know, can you?
Oh my God!
Well, hi there, survivors. Your old pal Dante here, telling you about the most excellent show on the internet, All Things Z. If you're tired of feeling like there's a bunch of zombies about to give you a pack of 5 right in the kisser every time you walk down the street, this is the perfect show for you. We've got all kinds of great tips and ideas about how to survive the zombie apocalypse. So why don't you be the swellest guy or gal around and sign up, subscribe, hit like, and all of that good stuff. And if you really want to be extra swell, why don't you head on over to Patreon and become a supporter of All Things Z. You guys have a wonderful day.
Snark, that doesn't go in your mouth, man. Yeah, no, that's for throwing, buddy.
Yeah, you don't know where that's been.
It's been Dalton's hand. That's dangerous.
All right, like this,
Yeah, like that.
right?
Yeah.
Good technique, yeah?
Is it? Would you just throw it, Snark?
Okay, hold on. 1, 1.5, 1. All right, hold on. 1, 2, fuck!
All right, so I just chuck it at this hunk of wood, huh?
Yep, right over your shoulder.
Don't mess it up.
No, I got this, man. I'm gonna be a pro
It's-
thrower at no time.
Sharp and heavy.
I know, right? Okay, ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
everybody. So that was totally awesome, Dalton. Thank you so much for teaching us how to throw those knives.
Yeah, thanks so much for teaching him how to suck at throwing knives.
Hey, if there's one person who really sucks at throwing knives and is good at teaching other people how to suck at throwing knives, it's not me. It's you. You're really bad at throwing knives.
You know what?
Good one.
I mean, I think it's going to take a little bit of practice for me to get good at throwing knives, but I'm pretty sure eventually when push comes to shove, as always is the case, Snark, I'm going to be the one saving us from the zombie apocalypse.
Look, man, I'm just staying away from throwing knives and using my crossbow, so you practice all you want, man.
Crossbow. Anyways, so Dalton, as a kind of final sending us off, what weapon will you choose to use during the zombie apocalypse?
Oh, there are a lot of different takes on it. As I said, I have lots of hammers. I've used axes. But what I really think is the absolute best weapon to use during the zombie apocalypse is the shield.
The shield?
A lot of people underrate the shield. They don't think about it. It's a very large object that you can use to not only hit and attack things, but you can also keep things off you. From what I understand about zombies, all the ones that I've seen and heard and met and run into, they like to bite and claw at you. And guess what'll keep them from doing that? A nice big heavy shield.
That's hey, I've got a shield too. See, I've got my little shell here. It's kind of like my own personal permanent shield. Yeah.
Yep. And you can put your head down in there too, can't you, Terry?
Sure can.
That's awesome.
Perfect. I can only do that a little bit.
Oh yeah. No, it's good though.
That's effective though.
So, but you could also put some metal on the outside rim of this guy, right? And then you can use it even more as an offensive weapon, just stick the edge of that guy right in the walker's face.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's if you reinforce the edge of this and things like this saw blade that I have here with the little pieces sticking out, you can take nails and long sharp things and point them out of here and make it a really formidable deal. I just wouldn't recommend throwing it like you've seen on TV with Captain America. Because then you don't have a shield anymore. Then it's over there. And
Yes,
that's
Dude,
difficult.
don't throw away your most valuable asset.
Yeah, like my dignity.
Well, you've come on All Things Z, which means you threw that away at least at the moment we started filming.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. So Dalton, is there anything you'd like to make sure that our audience knows about before we wrap up today?
Oh, of course. Just the fact that my blacksmithing is fairly new. I'm Hedgehog Forge, based out of Eugene. But at the same time, there are a lot of blacksmiths around as it is becoming more and more popular, but there have been those of us who've been doing it for years. One great channel is run by a friend of mine by the name of Scott Wadsworth down south in Roseburg, and it's called Essential Craftsman on YouTube. Feel free to take a look. He does everything from milling to building houses to blacksmithing to anvil restoration. Just about everything. So please feel free to look at that. Look into L3 Forge, Green Valley Forge, and my own Hedgehog Forge. We all like to have the extra look.
Dude, we're gonna have a whole network of blacksmiths available to us when the shit hits the fan, you know what I mean?
I know this is going to be amazing. Okay, guys, so we're going to have links down in the description to all of those awesome folks. Make sure you go check them out. Make sure you hit subscribe and click and like and all that crap. And guys, next week, we're going to come back to figure out what to do with the Cookie Monger.
Yay!
Bye!
Hey, All Things E fans, Dante here. We want to give a quick shout out to our top tier donators. Thanks, Patty, Tracy, and Crystal. If you want to become a top tier donator, head over to Patreon and become a survivor.